Hello everybody, I'm Hyrule Gamer and welcome to another The Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild video. Today I'm going to be talking about what's next for the Zelda series after Breath of the Wild. And basically the main things I'm going to be going over in this video is just stuff like what I'd like to see in the next Zelda game, would I like to see similar things in the next Zelda game, and basically just my general thoughts on what the next Zelda game could be, and just opinions, thoughts, stuff like that. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is, would I like the next Zelda game to be an open world game? Now, I have enjoyed Breath of the Wild so much with the whole open world sort of aspect of it. It makes the game so good. In some ways I'd say it's better than all the other Zelda games, but I've not got an official top 5 yet, but I will have one out within the next few months, probably once I've completed it. I am trying to 100% it, which I know is incredibly hard, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not. But we're going off topic here. So open world, I would like to see it returning, but that would also depend on what type of game the next one is. If it's a handheld or a home console. I'm going to try to focus on just home consoles, so let's just say it, the next Zelda game is a home console, or even the next home console Zelda game. I would like to see the open world aspect returning because they've managed to fit so much into this game. Yes, it's been in development for 4 or 5 years I believe, and they've managed to fit so much in it. It's so amazing. So many side quests, shrine quests, so many mini boss battles or overall boss battles just lying about in the world. There's so much to do in Breath of the Wild, and I believe that's mainly because it's open world. You can go and do anything in any order. Obviously some things will be harder than others if you go a certain way, but it is open world. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want basically, and I would love to see that returning in the next Zelda game, whatever it is, on the next home console Zelda game. I believe I also heard there might actually be another Zelda game on the Switch in years to come. I believe it would probably be at least 4 years until there's another home console Zelda game if it's going to be on the Switch. But yeah, I really do look forward to see what Nintendo are going to be bringing for the next Zelda game. But there's a lot of Nintendo Switch games coming up that I'm looking forward to. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, which I might try and live stream the test fire. Not too sure yet. I want to stream Breath of the Wild first for my first ever live stream. I've got everything set up for it, I've just not had the time to do it yet. So I will keep you guys notified on live streaming, but I would love to see the open world aspect return in the next home console Zelda game, because I think it lets Nintendo and the Zelda developers just fit so much into the world and make it such a good game. It's just amazing. The next thing I want to talk about on what my thoughts are for what the next Zelda game could be is, could the story from Breath of the Wild be connected to the next Zelda game? Now, I'm not saying a sequel or a pre-sequel or prequel, whatever it's called, but just in some way the story's connected, possibly playing before everything happened, so you're playing from the point of view 100 years ago before you went in the Shrine of Resurrection. I think that would be pretty interesting, but that could also be what's coming in the DLC Pack 2, when it says there's a new story, or additional story, something like that, and also a new dungeon. So it could be something to do with that, or that could just be a whole additional area that you can go to in DLC 2, which comes out holiday 2017, Christmas 2017, whichever one it says. But if the story is connected, I think they could make a pretty interesting game. It could be set after, before, and just what they do with that is a generally sort of interesting thing to think about, in my opinion, because they could have it so if you're playing from before then, there could be a whole new story to everything leading up to that. Although you do have memories in Breath of the Wild, it could be even further before that. It could just be how Hyrule was, and it could, like, you could be in control of the Divine Beast doing other things, or attacking other things I guess, or there could be just a whole different world, but it would be in a different sort of Hyrule, different setting, even though it would technically be in the same world. But I'm kind of confusing myself a little now, but I just wanted to say, if the story was connected in some way, it would be very interesting. I mean, in a way, all of them are connected through the Zelda timeline, but it would be very interesting if the Breath of the Wild storyline was connected to the next Zelda game. The last main thing I want to talk about is, would I just rather have a remastered or remade Zelda game? Now, the only real contender for this is Skyward Sword, because it's the only sort of big sort of home console game that hasn't had a proper remaster, I believe. I'm just saying they could remake it and bring out The Legends of the Skyward Sword HD, and maybe make the motion controls just a bit better, because they weren't that great on the Wii. because the Joy-Cons are amazing for stuff like that. If you played 1-2 Switch, with the game where you have to feel the balls, that sounds really weird, but it's balls in a little box and you've got to guess how many there are. The Switch Joy-Cons are very, very cool, very smart, and I think they could work very well for a Skyward Sword HD motion controls, or maybe they'll just take them out. But we're going a bit off topic. They could also, and by they I mean Nintendo, could just bring out some sort of retro collector's edition, and it could have games such as Zelda 1, 2, A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening. It could just have a bundle of these that you can take on the go. That would also be very cool, but that would sort of be a sort of like spin-off type thing. It wouldn't be part of the actual timeline, as it would just be a remastered version, which would also be really cool if it was a sort of retro bundle or a retro sort of collector's edition, which I think would be really cool, and I would definitely consider getting. One, for the reason of collecting, and two, because it would be really cool to have retro Zelda games on the go, such as Zelda 1, 2, A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Minish Cap even as well. These games would be really cool to have on the go, and it wouldn't even just need to be Zelda. You could have retro Mario games, and any sort of retro Nintendo game on the go would be really cool. That was just something I thought I should take into consideration for the next Zelda game, if it is some sort of like remake, remaster, or as I was saying, some sort of collector's edition with multiple games in it. Now, before I get to the end of the video, I want to apologise for the lack of content over the past few weeks. I'm not going to make any excuses. The reason has been I've just been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild. I do apologise for that. I have been meaning to make a few videos, or a few more videos, because I've got videos planned. I've just never really got around to making them, and I just want to apologise to you guys for the lack of content over the past few weeks, or since Breath of the Wild launched really. And I just want to say I will have more videos up soon. I'm also still planning to live stream. I'm hopefully going to get a live stream or two in this week. One during the week, one during the weekend, possibly 3 and 2 on the weekend, but I want to live stream Breath of the Wild for my first live stream ever, and I also want to live stream the Splatoon 2 Global Test Fire, which I think would be really cool to live stream. And yeah, I also want to say thank you for the recent support on some of my most recent Breath of the Wild videos. Some of them are getting up to 300 views, which is a lot more than I expected my videos to get. Like, I didn't even think I'd be getting that many views. I mean, I'm making YouTube videos because it's something I really enjoy. I really want to keep doing this for as long as I can. It's something I really, really do enjoy doing, and the support from you guys is amazing, and it's what keeps me going really. So I just want to thank you guys so much for the support recently. It means a lot to me, and thank you so much. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for more future Breath of the Wild and Zelda content. And until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.